Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the pregame show. It's driven by Rice Motors. Give Rice a try before you buy. You'll be glad you did. Alongside Cole Carter, I'm Jason Craig, and we welcome you to Lady Bulldog basketball here at Harrisburg High School as we are moments away of getting the Harrisburg Bulldog preview tournament underway. And Carmi-White County is going to be taking on Eldorado. Eldorado comes in with a record of 0-1. Their first game of the year was on Thursday, where they got transposed, so to speak, by Goreville by a score of 62-26. And Cole, just taking a quick glance down at their roster here, not a lot of upperclassmen, but a whole lot of underclassmen.
Yeah, so that always means one of two things, or really two things in general. You know, they've struggled the last couple of years, haven't had a whole lot coming up, but they've been pretty good at the junior high level. So when you see kind of these younger rosters, you know, they might be getting through these next couple of years, but when that experience gets up to be juniors and seniors in the next couple of years, it'll be better years for Eldorado.
Carmi, on the other hand, coming in on a nice 54-21 victory over Lawrenceville last week, and you could kind of borrow the line of the song from Bon Jovi, the names haven't changed, but the game has. You may hear some familiar names over the last few weeks, maybe a Caroline Simmons or an Addie Elliott or a Tori Ryder, a Jaya Smith. Folks, it's not volleyball. We're now playing basketball, but that group of girls that had so much success on the volleyball court, transferring it over now to the hardwood, and there's a lot of good things that could come of this season for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, just outstanding athletes and outstanding young ladies these girls are. We saw how competitive and how successful they were on the volleyball court, and we'll see them this spring as well, whether it's track or softball. But I know they're really excited for what this season holds, and they have some pretty lofty goals. I know head coach Eric Dixon does as well. You know, we've seen these girls play in some really big volleyball games in terms of the postseason, tournament championships, and they want to translate that here to the basketball season.
Well, the perimeter assassin for the last couple of years has been Addie Elliott, and you wouldn't expect anything less from her. She's probably on pace for a potential 1,000-point year. Caroline probably within, give or take, a few behind, maybe.
She's about 50 away, actually. Yep.
Okay. So right there you got two. Really, the only piece that's not back this year is Ashlyn Rager, who graduated, but Tori Ryder has definitely fit the bill to fill in that void.
And if you recall, last season, Ashlyn Rager got hurt actually in this game, the first game of the Harrisburg tournament. So these 4 or 5 girls, if you throw in Gomad as well, these 5 seniors, they all played together last year. They played a lot as freshmen, played a lot as sophomores, and they kind of ran the show last year as juniors. So this is kind of a rerun for Eric Dixon, almost the exact same roster from what he had last year, minus Miss Rager. So they had that experience, that camaraderie together, and I think it's going to translate very well this season.
So again, Carmi is going to open up with Eldorado. And then I am going to scuffle through because I didn't prep.
So they've got
West Frankfort tomorrow. Then it's always Harrisburg the night before Thanksgiving, and then they finish up with Anna Jonesboro on Saturday.
I feel like it's been the same schedule for
They have not changed that thing forever.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
The only thing they've changed is when I was coaching with Dixon, we would come up here. Friday night was fish night up here, and the officials would always have a fish fry before they would start the games. It was some of the best fish I've ever had. You always hoped you got to play on Friday so you could come up and eat.
Well, now they've had Friday off for the past 10 years, it feels like.
So both teams are going to the sideline, and we're going to see how nice the timekeeper is at roughly about 1:40 left here. If they're going to just chuck the 90 seconds and get down to business.
You got to start right on time or else you're going to be off schedule.
Well, they're going to kill the overhead music. That's one sign.
I do think we'll have the national anthem first, with this being the first game.
So we will go ahead and step aside, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups between Carmi-White County and Eldorado in 3 minutes.
Our community's healthcare starts at Farrell Hospital Carmi Family Medicine, with providers who care for everyone in your family through all stages of life.
For your convenience, Carmi Family Medicine offers walk-in weekend clinics, Saturdays 9 to 5 and Sunday 1 to 5, for treatment of minor illnesses and injuries.
Quality, relationship-based primary care right here at home in Carmi.
Visit farrellhospital.org to learn more. Great teamwork is no accident.
David and the gang at Hale Body Shop salute the area athletes.
Just as in sports, the team at Hale Body Shop work together to make sure you get your car back as quickly as possible.
When it comes to collision repair, more and more people choose the team way out there on Possum Road.
Hale Body Shop in Carmi.
David and the gang are proud supporters of area athletes.
You cheer on the Bulldogs, we cheer on the Bulldogs. Hey fans, this is Amanda Nelson with First Bank, here to remind you to pick up your First Bank Bulldogs debit card. Get yours now, and every time you use it, First Bank makes a donation to Carmi-White County Schools. Just another way we at First Bank are proudly showing our commitment to community and making great things happen for farmers, businesses, and families. Learn more at your local branch. Go Dogs.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Carmi Kiwanis Club is working hard to make a difference in the community, and it all starts with serving the children of the world. From fundraising efforts with proceeds going directly back into the community, to working hand in hand with the Key Club, schools, and much more. At the Carmi Kiwanis Club, we build, and we'd love to welcome you. We meet every Thursday at noon in the White County Farm Bureau basement. Come visit us for lunch, a great program, and learn more about how Kiwanis helps move our region forward.
Starting lineup, first for Carmi will be Addie Elliott, a senior guard. Caroline Simmons, a senior guard. Natalie Gomat, a senior forward. Jaya Smith, a senior forward. And the madam in the middle will be Tori Ryder, another senior. Smith, Elliott, Simmons, Gomat, and Ryder.
It's not very often that you get 5 seniors in your starting lineup, but I can only think of a couple of times in the last decade or so that's been the case for a Carmi team.
And now for the home team on the scoreboard, that'll be the Lady Eagles of Eldorado, head coach Megan Mitchell.
At guard, sophomore number 1, Allie Smith.
It'll be Allie Smith, a sophomore guard.
Junior number 13, Jalen Malone.
Jalen Malone, another point guard.
Senior number 25, Presley Morris.
Presley Morris, the senior.
At forward, junior number 14, Jada Dan.
Jada Dan
Forward,
at forward.
number 21, Gabby Freeborn.
And Gabby Freeborn, a sophomore forward.
Assisted by Emmy Basinger and
So that will be Smith, Malone, Dan, Freeborn, and Morris. And Morris only one of 2 seniors on the squad.
I want to think it was that 22-23 year. They had a really good senior class, and I think they actually won the conference that year. I could be wrong, but since then they've just been trying to reload and having some younger girls come up.
Eldorado will be wearing the home whites, Carmine the traveling maroons, and this one is underway, and Eldorado wins the tip. And it's a scrum, and Carmine comes away with it. And Caroline Simmons will bring it into the front court. Eldorado opens in a 2-3 look. Around the perimeter it goes to Simmons. Over to Smith into the corner. Gomat back up top. Around Elliott, left alone for a 3. In and out. And knocked out of bounds, last touched by Dan.
We're going to see a lot of that this year. Addie Elliott shooting from beyond the arc. Had a pretty good night, led the Lady Bulldogs in scoring. I believe was 16 back on Thursday.
Elliott will bring it to center court. And Carmi resets. They'll swing it left side to Simmons. Back to Elliott. Left alone. She'll fire again. Off the back iron, rebounded by Ryder. Now Simmons has it, keeps her dribble alive, skips it, cross court to Gomat, up top to Elliott. Forced it inside, and Eldorado comes away with the steal. And then there's a cheap foul. First one of the game will be on Gomat.
Bulldog number 12, Natalie Gomat, her first personal foul, team first.
So this question kind of becomes, if you're Carmi, how deep in the bench are you going to go night in, night out? It's an early foul on Gomat. We'll see. That plays a factor.
Morris with Simmons beyond the volleyball line. Morris still with the dribble, trying to go baseline. Cut off. And pass stolen away by Gomat. Now into the hands of Simmons. 2-on-2 the other way. Simmons finds Elliott. Keeps her pivot foot down on the ground. Count the bucket. Carmi has the first lead of the game, 2-0.
Good job by Hattie to stay under control there on the fast break. Get the first basket of the night.
Morris being hounded by Simmons. Now in the hands of Smith. Up top to Malone. She'll go to her left. Elliott forces her back right. Into the lane, off the glass, got the roll. Malone ties it up 2-all.
Nice aggressive take there by Malone, going through the contact.
Elliott goes right side to Smith. Into the corner, Gomat. Into the post. Nope, she keeps it, kicks it back out. Smith tries a three. Got it. Jaya Smith hits an Expressway Ford three. For every three-pointer this season, Expressway will donate $3 to Carmi White County Schools. Score your next great deal on a new ride at Expressway Ford Mercury in Mount Vernon. 5-2 Lady Bulldogs.
Great to see Jaya kind of expand her range there. Not known for being a great three-point shooter, but looked pretty good that time.
Now Dan brings it right side, drags the foot. That's a no-no.
And that's where Carmi makes their money, is playing defense and forcing teams into making their own mistakes, if you will. We'll see them probably at some point tonight go to a full-court press, but just for now, just playing a really good half-court defense.
Elliott across the timeline. Lady Bulldogs lead 5-2, 5.5 to go, opening quarter. Elliott, top the key, left alone, fires, got it.
Can't leave you that much space. And he thought about it for a second and said, yep, I'm going to shoot this one.
And the lead is up to 6, 8-2. Malone into the front court. Swings it left side to Smith. Smith goes back left baseline. Has the ball stripped away by Gomat. Into the hands of Smith. Lady Bulldogs are going to run up the left side to Elliott. Left alone. She'll fire another three. Too hard. Rebound Ryder. She goes up strong. She's fouled. She'll shoot a pair.
We've seen a glimpse of what Tori Ryder's been able to do in the post in terms of rebounding and scoring, and I think she's due for her best season yet. Just a lot of teams are going to have a hard time matching up on her. Oh, and she wasn't lying when she said her underhanded free throws.
I'm speechless.
I told her she wouldn't do it. I know she did struggle in that department a little bit last year, and
she's going the second one, gets the roll. How about that?
That should be worth 2 points.
9-2 Lady Bulldogs. Wasn't ready for that one. We're going to have to redo the bingo card. Malone out front. Elliott forces her to give it up to Morris. Morris thinking about going left. Simmons stays in front. Back to Smith on the right top. Into the post they go, and Dane draws a foul. That will be on Jaya. That'll be her first. Team second. I'm still trying to get over the granny shot. And Elliott picks off the pass. Elliott to the rim, gets two. And Elliott has 7 here in the opening stanza, and Carmi's already up 11-2.
Here's that full court pressure we were talking about.
Morris into the front court. Goes inside to Freeborn, spins, kicks it back out. Morris, 18-footer, got it.
And Morris, a returning starter from last year, probably their best overall player. Caught that one in rhythm. Good shot.
Elliott will walk it into the front court. Swings it right side to Simmons. Back up top to Elliott. Now to Smith. Now the Gomat inside to Ryder. Goes up off the glass and in. And Carmi scoring at will early on here, 13-4. Morris will go to her left. Can't get the shot off. Gives it to Malone. She can get it off the backboard. Rebound by Ryder. Smith into the front court. Looks both ways. Goes left side to Elliott. Back to Smith. Over to Simmons. Into the corner to Gomat. Back up top to Smith. Over to Elliott. She'll fire the three. Got it. Triple number 2 for Elliott here in the first quarter. It's a 16-4 contest. Morris over to Malone. Malone goes baseline, cut off by Elliott. Now to Morris. Now down to Dane. And Dane draws a foul, and that will be on Smith, and that will be foul number 2. So here you go, Cole.
And the big question, Eva Atterbury, I believe, was the only one that came off the bench on Thursday. The junior will check in. Adds a little more size in replacement of Smith.
And Dane's pass punched away, and we'll redo. 16-4. Carmi leading Eldorado here. 2:35 to play, opening period. And Eldorado throws it deep into the backcourt. Gomat runs it down. Gomat goes with the right hand off the left side, missed it. And we'll have a jump ball called, and arrow points in favor of the maroon and white.
Good hustle there by Natalie to go get that loose ball. Just a little bit too out of control when she got to the basket. Good hustle by Carmine to get the rebound and get a second chance here.
Gomat slaps the ball, motion happens. Simmons pops in, and Simmons gets her first 2 of the contest.
And Caroline has made a killing in her career off that inbounds pass, that little mid-range jumper. All Carmine in this first quarter.
18-4. Malone trying to go right, swings it back left, almost stolen by Simmons, but it goes out of bounds.
And they just want to be like Nats defensively, all over you, and it can be frustrating as an offense. They want to tip every pass.
Trademark defenses with the Dixons, whether it's Eric or Don, they take defense very seriously, and so far Carmi's living to the philosophy. Under 2 to go here in the first quarter, 18-4. Eldorado kind of being stuck beyond the volleyball line to run the offense. Now Malone drives, cut off by Elliott. She'll go back left. Now Simmons picks her up. Now to Morris. Morris gets free, fires a 3, and we're going to have a foul away from the ball. And it looks like it's going to be on Dane for a shove in the back. Team foul number 2.
So we'll see how long Cartwright wants to hold the ball here. 97 seconds to go in the first quarter.
It appears Abby Fryer, a freshman, and once she removes the jewelry, will be allowed to enter. And Dane will go to the bench.
Eagles number 5, Abby Fryer.
18-4, Lady Bulldogs on top. 90 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Up top to Simmons, left alone. She'll fire a 3 off the back iron. Rebound by Ryder, kicks it back out to Simmons, over to Elliott. She'll fire the 3 off the side of the iron. Atterbury runs it down, gets it underneath to Simmons for 2. Nice job by the Lady Bulldogs on the glass.
Yeah, good hustle by Atterbury getting the offensive board and a good find. Good job by Simmons finding an open spot there under the basket.
Morris over to Malone. Malone goes back left. Simmons picks her up. Now Morris. Morris trying to get underneath the three-point line. Can't do it. Now Smith reverses it out to Malone. Simmons comes up. Tie ball. Arrow points in favor of Eldorado. Smith in. Gomat to the bench.
So Jaya playing with 2 fouls. Be careful here in this first quarter.
45 seconds to go here in the first. And Atterbury almost had the steal, but last touched by Fryer. And Carmi will get the ball, see if they will hold for the final shot of the quarter.
In those last 2 plays, forcing a jump ball even though the arrow wasn't in your favor, and then tipping a pass that goes off the hands of the offense. I mean, these are the small things that has made Carmi so successful under head coach Eric Dixon.
Inside pass to Atterbury, throws it back up top to Elliott. Around the horn it goes to Atterbury. Atterbury back out. Around the horn it goes. 20 seconds to play here in the first. Simmons on the wing, looking inside. Eldorado staying in the 2-3. 15 to go. Elliott backs it out, swings it right side to Simmons. Back up top, over to Jaya Smith on the left wing. 5 seconds left. Simmons looks at the clock, back to Elliott. Deep 3, got it. And Addie Elliott gets her 3rd triple of the first quarter. We played 1 here at Harrisburg. Your score, Carmi 23, Eldorado 4. Back for the second period in just a moment.
Hey Bulldog fans, Matt Rice here to tell you that now is the perfect time to take your shot at a great deal at Rice Motor Company in Carmi. Whether you're driving to the big game or heading home for the holidays, we've got the perfect ride just for you. With new 2026 Chevy and GMC trucks and SUVs arriving daily, along with a great selection of pre-owned vehicles, it's easy to see why shopping at Rice Motors is always the winning play. But remember, give Rice a try before you buy. You'll be glad you did. Rice Motor Company, proud supporters of Bulldog basketball.
Caring for athletes is their game. Wabash General Hospital's orthopedic and sports medicine team delivers comprehensive care for bones, joints, and muscles, specializing in shoulder, hand, spine, surgical podiatry, joint replacement, and sports medicine. With board-certified surgeons and physicians, they're the best team to care for your team. Schedule an appointment, no referral necessary. Call 618-263-6400 or visit wabashgeneral.com for more information and clinic locations.
Cole Carter, Jason Craig with it back at Harrisburg High School. Carmi White County leading Eldorado 23-4. Late Bulldogs paced by Addie Elliott's 13 first quarter points. Natalie Gomat on the left wing, up top to Caroline Simmons. Over to Jaya Smith. She'll fire the 18-footer, will not fall. Rebounded by Simmons. And kicks it out to Smith, down low to Atterbury. Throws it inside, ends up in the hands of Ryder, and she gets the 2.
Tori, right place, right time. Just how they drew it up.
25-4. Malone over to Smith. Down to Fryer. Last touched by Atterbury. It will stay Eagle basketball. I believe Eldorado has been in the lane 1 time so far in this contest.
I wouldn't expect it to change a whole lot.
Smith trying to go somewhere. Smith cuts her off. Now Freeborn brings it out right side. Finds Smith in the corner. Smith picks up the dribble. And Smith tried to throw it off Jaya's leg, missed, and goes out of bounds. Lady Bulldogs take over.
You can see the frustration, and that's what this Carmi defense does. They want to frustrate the other team. And that's worked so far here in this first half. Eldorado just has had nothing going offensively.
Atterbury on the wing. Over to Simmons. Now Smith finds Gomat cutting on the baseline. Back up top to Simmons. Now Smith. She'll fire another 3 off the back iron. Long rebound. Last touched by Atterbury. And the ball will go to the Lady Eagles.
I know Jaya's missed her last 2, but it's good to see her have that confidence from beyond the arc. I mean, her being able to add that 3-point shot to her arsenal is just one more thing that teams are going to have to defend. So she's 1 for 3 so far, but it's good to see her have that confidence from beyond the arc.
So Brooksy Fox will enter the contest, a freshman.
That's an all-name,
that could be an
all-tournament team.
all-name team. First game of the year, and we already got a nominee for the all-name team. Malone Gets it to Freeborn, back to Malone. Gomat runs, and we're going to have a defensive foul called. It'll be on Simmons. That'll be her first.
Caroline Simmons, her first personal foul.
Jaya with 2, and Caroline with a 1.
Malone trying to get it in, airmails it. Freeborn tipped it, Ryder steals it. Ryder puts it up off the glass, comes up short into the hands of Jaya. She goes up, misses, rebound Ryder, puts it up, missed. Long rebound, Fryer had it, lost it. And now finally Malone clubs it and picks it up. And Eldorado into the front court. 25-4, Lady Bulldogs on top. Steal by Gomat. Gomat's layup, missed it. And rebound by Freeborn, and Simmons just sticks her hands in there to tie her up. And the arrow goes in front to Eldorado.
Well, if there's anything that the Carmi coaches aren't going to be pleased about early on, it's just Carmi's inability to finish in the fast break. It's only game number 2 of the season. Some of these girls have practiced twice so far this year, so you're going to have that, but got to get a little bit cleaner on those fast break layups.
Malone to Fryer, now Freeborn. She'll bring it out front. Ryder's going to stay well below the free throw line in the hands of Fox. Over to Malone. Now Fox, feint the 3, running jumper short. Rebound by Atterbury. Into the hands of Simmons. 5:20 to go here in the first half. 25-4, Lady Bulldogs on top. Gomat on the right wing. Up top it goes to Simmons. Back to Gomat. Looking inside. Gomat skips it over to Atterbury. 15-footer, wide right. And ball saved right into the hands of Simmons. And she misses the bunny. Long rebound. Gomat has it. Now Smith. Out to Atterbury. Cross court to Simmons. Into the corner to Gomat. Gomat looks opposite. Atterbury runs in, puts up the floater, missed. Rebound Atterbury, blocked by Fox. Atterbury gets the rebound. Simmons will try a 3. Too hard. Rebound Smith, and she gets whacked. She'll shoot 2.
Well, Carmi just relentless on the offensive board. First, that was a great basket cut by Eva Atterbury getting open and still fighting and following her shot, trying to keep the possession alive. And again, you play good defense, you hustle on the offensive boards, you're going to win some ball games.
Jaya's first freebie on the way is good. Looks like Elliott's coming in. And Ella Newell will see her first action of the night. As Gomat will go back to the bench. Meanwhile, Smith rattles home the second one. She's got 5 on the contest. And Carmi is going to back it up here as they lead 27-4. Malone is going to go to her left, picked up by Elliott. Now Morris. Morris started to go left, kicks it to Malone. Malone goes baseline, floating shot off the backboard, rebounded by Ryder. Outlet to Atterbury, who gives it to Smith. Smith up the court to Elliott. Elliott tried to hit Ryder going down. And Ryder's okay. She's got a big old smile on her face.
There's not many times Tori isn't smiling.
Morris goes to her left, stops, over to Fryer. Fryer puts it on the floor, cut off by Atterbury. Up top to Fox. Fox trying to go baseline, cut off by Smith. Now Malone swings it over to Morris. Morris step back, swings it to Malone. Malone thought the 3, drives baseline, blocked by Smith. And we're going to have a jump ball, and the arrow goes to Carmi.
Number 12, Jesse Yates.
Jesse Yates, a sophomore, enters the game for Eldorado. And Nora Taylor will come in, and Tori Ryder will go sip on the Gatorade.
Or Taylor saw her get a lot of varsity time this volleyball season. Expect her to have an impact off the bench this year.
27-4. Lady Bulldogs lead it, 3:20 to play here in the first half. Elliott swings it over to Newell. Back up top to Elliott. Elliott left alone, she'll fire. Missed it. Rebound Newell. Throws it back out front to Addie. They'll swing left side to Newell. Now Elliott swings it right side to Smith. She'll fire a three, that's short. Rebound Taylor, back to Smith. Around the horn it goes to Newell. Now Elliott reverses over to Smith. Inside to Taylor, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the charity stripe.
The Bulldogs moving the ball around there, moving with the defense. Nora Taylor finding the open spot there in the lane, drawing the foul. Now do we think that Nora will go with the underhand free throws?
Nope. Short. If she had, we're stopping and getting a lottery ticket on the way home. Nora has one more. And she gets it. 27-4. Eldorado has not scored here in the second period. Fox on the right wing. Back to Malone. Newell playing right with her, right on her hip. Now Morris. Morris trying to go right. Simmons forces her back left. Now Elliott picks her up. Almost a steal by Newell. Malone sticks right with her. Now Morris. Now Newell picks up Morris. Over to Fox on the right wing. Fox trying to spin, does so. Running jumper. Goes out of bounds. And Carmine will have it with under 2 to play here in the first half. Simmons over to Elliott. Now Gomad up top to Simmons. Over to Newell. Newell airmails it, and Eldorado comes away with it. Now Morris up the right side. Simmons waits for her at the three-point line. And Simmons forces her back out. Now Morris starts to penetrate. Can't get free, gets it underneath. Shot up by Yates, but it hits the shot clock, so ball will go back to Carmine with 60, we'll call it 123 left.
Too much math.
And now Gomat will run the show. Top of the key. Swings it left side to Simmons. See how patient Carmine will be here. Newell in the corner. Now Elliott. Back out front to Gomat. They'll try the left side with Simmons. Back up top. Around the horn to Elliott. Left alone. She'll fire the three. Got it. Addie Elliott hits an expressway forward three. Her fourth one. And Carmine leads at 31-4 with 50 seconds to go here in the first.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Addie's going to hear her name be called late Saturday night for the all-tournament team.
There's a steal by Newell. Right-handed layup, comes up short, rebound Simmons, hits the bucket and draws the foul.
Great hustle by Caroline. Always expect to miss in those fast break situations. Good offensive rebound, able to finish the contact.
Caroline looking for point number 7 here in the first half. And she rattles it home. 34-4. Lady Bulldogs lead Eldorado. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Malone walks it up, goes to the left side. Newell cuts her off. Now Simmons picks her up. Inside to Morris in the lane. Can't get free. Over to Fox. She'll fire a three. Got it. Fox gets the first points for Eldorado here in the second quarter. 34-7. 10 seconds to go. Elliott glances at the clock. Swing it to Simmons. Simmons penetrates. Pull-up jumper. Good. And that is how the half is going to end. Carmi-White County comes out with an impressive 36-7 advantage after the first half of play is over. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the halftime show for you. You are watching Lady Bulldog basketball on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Citizens National Bank of Albion, proud supporter of local athletes and your most trusted financial partner.
Setting the standard in banking excellence for more than 80 years.
Citizens has the latest financial tools and technologies to help you score big.
And a team you can rely on for personal attention and outstanding service.
Visit CNB online at cnbalbion.com or your local Crossville location and see what sets them apart.
No better banking with Citizens National Bank of Albion. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Carmi Family Clinic continues to be there to meet the needs of White County. Nurse practitioner Katherine Adams is accepting new patients at the Carmi Family Clinic location at 1112 Oak Street. Whether it's routine visits or acute needs, the dedicated care team is there to ensure wellness for the entire family. Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinic. The care you need, when and where you need it. Close to home. To schedule an appointment, call 618-382-5030.
Have those potholes taken their toll on your vehicle?
Is your ride a little bumpy or pulling to one side?
The good folks at Cherry Street Automotive want to make sure your drive is a pleasant and safe one.
The pros will check your wheel alignment, shocks and struts, and hook you up with the perfect set of tires for your car, truck, or SUV.
With more than 800 tires in stock, you can count on Cherry Street Automotive for all your tire needs.
When quality counts, count on Cherry Street Automotive.
Expressway Ford's year-end sales event is happening now. We're closing out the year with a huge inventory, gigantic discounts, low APRs, and great lease deals on your favorite new Fords.
Like 0% APR for 60 months on most of our 25 lineup, plus 0 down and no payments for 90 days. And our lowest prices of the year on new 25 Super Duties.
Everything is on sale during our year-end clearance. But don't wait. Now is the time to save big at Expressway Ford in Mount Vernon, Indiana.
Are you retiring, changing jobs, or just ready to take control of your financial future? With 28 years of investment experience, Lance Barbary and the team at Cavu Wealth Advisors is your trusted guide to 401k rollovers. Whether you're looking to grow your nest egg or start taking income from your portfolio, we make the transition seamless and strategic. Call us today at 618-382-7305 and let Cavu Wealth Advisors turn your retirement savings into a confident plan for tomorrow.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names. Products or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
Taylor Eye Care in Carmi understands that you and your family's eyes deserves more than just a quick checkup. They take the time to get it right because your vision is their priority. From kids to grandparents, glasses to contact lenses, surgery consultation to emergency eye care, Taylor Eye Care handles it all with customized one-on-one attention. Visit TaylorEyeCare.com or call 382-4683 and experience excellence in eye care.
Welcome to the halftime show. The halftime report is built by Carmi Lumber. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. Rush Appliance, family owned and operated, fast and friendly service in Carmi and Fairfield. The Jordan Funeral Group, serving families throughout White County for generations and a proud supporter of Bulldog Athletics. And First Mid Bank and Trust. For all your banking needs with local friendly service, count on First Mid on Main in Carmi. Halftime here at Harrisburg High School, and Carmi-White County has taken an impressive 36-7 advantage into the locker room. What might be as impressive at the points, Cole, is the fact that Eldorado did not score until under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, a three-pointer by Brooksy Fox. Other than that, the defense was just spot on.
Yeah, that defense is exactly what Eric Dixon wants it to be. It's in your face, it's all over the place, and you can't go anywhere without having the defender right on you, and that is what has made them so difficult to defeat for the last couple of years. I mean, if you're giving up only 7 points and a half, you're doing something right. I know Eldorado's struggling. They're a young team, but you got to applaud that defensive effort from Carmi.
Well, we'll take a look at Carmi. Jaya Smith with 5 points. Caroline Simmons with 9. Nora Taylor with 1. Tori Ryder with 5. And pacing the Lady Bulldogs is Addie Elliott. She came out of the gate with 16, and that includes 4 3-pointers. For Eldorado, Brooksy Fox with 3. Jalen Malone and Presley Morris have the other 2 points apiece. And again, taking a quick look at the CAVU Wealth Advisors scoreboard. The Lady Bulldogs lead Eldorado 36-7. Again, this is the first game of the Harrisburg preview tournament. Lady Bulldogs will return tomorrow night. They will take on West Frankfort. And then the traditional Wednesday night matchup with the hometown Bulldogs of Harrisburg, which just by watching this first half here, I think that should be a very entertaining ball game.
Yeah, last 2 years that's been the championship game really of this tournament. Kind of thought they would maybe move that to Saturday, let that kind of be the finale. But no, I mean, Harrisburg's a really good team. Once again, Jake Stewart, one of the best coaches in Southern Illinois. The Bulldogs will have their hands full on Wednesday.
And just a little side note in there, I believe Jake Stewart got his 300th career win either this week or late last week. So congratulations, Jake. Real great guy.
Yep.
Real nice, friendly, easy to get along with. It's hard to hate him unless you're coaching against him.
Gets a little annoyed when you're coaching against him, right? Because, I mean, and we talk about Carmi and how they play defense. Harrisburg's the exact same way. They're going to get up in your face. They're going to full court press you up and down. And if I recall, I know at least 2 years ago and last year when Carmi played them, and again, Carmi was shorthanded last year, it's one of those things where only about a 2-minute stretch where Harrisburg, you look up and they go on a 10-0 run. They're a team that's capable of doing that. So they're a really good team, and we'll see how Carmi fares against them on Wednesday, and they'll see them again in January as well.
And then the Lady Bulldogs will finish up the tournament with a showdown with Anna Jonesboro. And I don't want to bring it up, but Tori Ryder has me mesmerized. She's out here shooting granny shots again from the charity. Folks, you have to see it to believe it. It will be a highlight clip, I'm sure.
and it's one of those things. Now,
I'm not saying it's wrong.
Well,
it's just
sometimes that's what coaches tell you to do when you're in a free throw funk. You know, sometimes that's the case. And Eric Dixon is a no nonsense kind of guy, so I'm sure he would not give Tori the thumbs up on doing that if it wasn't in her best intention. So, but it's going to be hard not to laugh at all this season watching her do that.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's shirts being made as we speak about it already.
And you got to know Tori to make it that much better. I mean, she's probably the funniest person in this gym, and she walks out pregame and she's like, I'm going to shoot granny shots. I said, no, you're not. You're not going to do that. And lo and behold, here we are.
Well, it shouldn't surprise me. She's one of those kids that will bring the ace out of her sleeve. When she came out and was playing, I believe it's the saxophone.
Yep.
For the national anthem. Didn't have a clue. Knew she was in band, but I thought, you know, those people don't do that during their sports. Yep. So all of a sudden, here comes Tori showing the brass. So, all around, great kid. She's definitely got a positive future, whatever she decides to do, and she's earned everything that she's getting this year without a doubt.
And this is just a really good senior class, and girls and boys. This is one of those groups that we'll look back not only athletically, but just how these kids are in the classroom. As a teacher, you know, you're going to miss these kids, and you know, all I can say is, Lady Bulldog fans, and enjoy this season as much as you can. We got obviously some great girls behind them, but you don't see a group of 5 ladies like this that are such good athletes and such great kids.
So we'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have second half action. Carmi-White County leading Eldorado 36-7. We'll be back in just a moment.
Little Giant Grocery Outlet is keeping score. Every spike, every touchdown, every bucket all year long. And every product you pick up at your favorite local grocer is also priced to help you stretch your dollar. That's the secret to success at Little Giant. Carefully hunting for the best deals so you can stock your fridge and pantry for less. Shop Little Giant, where the giant stands high in the sky. 7 days a week, 7 to 7. Before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber. From cabinets and flooring, doors and paint, lumber and hardware, to shingles and siding. Knowledgeable and friendly staff that have your back on all those home projects and even deliver to your door. So before you drive a nail, drive to Carmi Lumber for the woods, the goods, and the know-how. Visit Carmi Lumber, North 3rd Street in Carmi, and carmilumber.net.
Colt Carter, Jason Craig back with you here at Harrisburg High School. We get ready to start the second half. Carmi leading 36-7. Pretty sure know what Coach Dixon told his ladies, but you're kind of curious. What did Megan Mitchell say to her squad there in the locker room?
And again, I know Eldorado, they're struggling. They've had a rough couple of seasons, and I'm sure for her it's just trying to find some positives here in this second half and just find some things to build off, because got a long couple of months in front of you.
Smith with Gomat on top of her. Now it will be Morris. Uses a screen, picks up the dribble across Main Street to Malone. They go inside to Dane. Dane puts it up, missed, rebound Freeborn. Now Smith gets free, comes up short, rebound by Elliott. Elliott on the run, lobs it out front to Gomat. And Gomat gets her first 2 points of this evening.
Nice outlet pass there from Addie Elliott from half court, around the money.
38-7. Morris can't get free, gives it to Malone. Malone tries to get in the lane, cut off. Morris left alone, can't get the three off. She'll back it out. Step back, thought about the three, goes inside to Freeborn, punched out of bounds by Ryder. It will stay Eldorado basketball. Dane will inbound in front of her bench and throws it right at Simmons, but picks it back up. Dane spins, throws it out to Malone. Malone trying to find a seam, gets tripped up, throws it up. They're going to call travel. I'll concur.
And when you try to go inside against this Lady Bulldog defense there in the lane, they haven't gone inside the lane very much tonight, has Eldorado, and you can see why.
Smith will bring it into the front court. Over to Gomat, left wing. They'll try right side to Elliott. Elliott skip past to Gomat. Now Smith, top of the key, 18-footer, got it.
And it's nice to see Jaya Smith kind of find her jump shot. To her be able to step into those open areas, whether it's beyond the arc or just inside right there, that's going to be helpful for the Lady Bulldogs as we go throughout this season.
Lady Bulldogs lead 40-7. Dane spins, throws it back out to Malone. Malone goes to her left, gets free, fires the three. Too much. Long rebound, Simmons has it. Simmons going to go right to the rack and miss the layup. Rebound Ryder, she puts it up, she misses. Rebound Gomat, she misses. About the one shot Carmi cannot put in is within 3 feet. Morris calling for a screen. Now Freeborn comes out to help. Dane cuts the lane, puts it up, draws a foul. She'll shoot a pair.
You're right. If there's one thing that Eric Dixon's going to nitpick at watching the film with this one is just Carmi's inability to score at the basket, rather it's in transition or getting an offensive rebound off transition. And Eldorado not the tallest team out there, so definitely something I got to work on.
And Dane tickles the twine for her first point of the night.
But again, half of these girls have practiced for 3 days, so you'll give them some grace.
Dane misses the second. Rebound Elliott. 2-on-2 the other way, and Elliott's going to go nice dump down to Gomat. And last touched by a Lady Eagle, it will stay Carmi basketball. Eldorado stays in the 2-3 look. Same defense they played the entire game. 40-8. Elliott left alone for a three. Too hard. Rebound Simmons. She'll dribble right back, put it up and in.
Caroline got the board, didn't have the open shot, so just dribbled right around her defender and was able to get the layup. Carmine's done a great job on the offensive rebounds tonight.
That's 11 for Caroline. 42-8, 5 to play here in the third. Malone trying to get free, cannot. Gives it to Dane. Dane stops, pops, missed it. Good block out by Jaya Smith. Smith up the court, finds Elliott. And Carmine, Elliott's left alone. She'll fire a three off the back iron. Rebounded by Morris. And Morris will quickly bring it up the left side. Morris left alone, deep three, got it.
We've seen Morris can shoot. Not just tonight, but last year as well.
And Eldorado has hit double digits, 42-11. Back out front to Gomat. They'll go right side to Simmons. Now Smith in the short corner. Back up top to Gomat, over to Elliott. Elliott inside to Smith. Smith blocked through the hands of Ryder, and it'll go back to Eldorado.
And Lady Eagles, number 31, Angelina Davidson.
And Davidson will enter the contest. Not in the program. (42-11), 3:50 to play here in the third quarter. Dane to Malone. Malone back out front to Dane. Dane stops at the elbow, back to Malone. Malone stops, throws it back out to Dane. May got away with the walk. Dane forces a shot, short, rebound Ryder. Outlet to Elliott. Now Gomat on the left wing, skips it over to Simmons. Up top, Elliott passes on the three, gives it to Smith. She'll fire, short, tipped around, rebound Ryder. Back out to Elliott. She'll try a three, short, rebound Davidson, into the hands of Morris.
The Bulldogs getting a little bit sloppy here in this third quarter, maybe a little bit of fatigue sitting in.
That was one question that kind of entered my mind, the acclimation from volleyball to basketball. How long can you play? Dane forces the jumper too hard. We're into the hands of Jaya Smith. Smith quickly up court to Simmons and overshot. And here come the subs.
Yeah. And you're right, Jason. I mean, you know, as a coach, volleyball in shape and basketball in shape are two different things. I mean, you got to be in shape regardless, but one sport revolves running up and down the floor, and so it's going to take these girls a few games to really get in that full basketball shape.
Taylor, Atterbury, Newell check in for Carmi-White County. And Haven Gibbs, the other senior for Eldorado, is in the contest. Morris over to Dane. Dane, top of the key jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Atterbury. Atterbury over to Newell. Now Smith, top of the key. Now Ryder squares, kicks it over to Newell. Now Smith over to Atterbury on the wing. Back to Atterbury, inside to Ryder. Turnaround jumper, good.
Carmine recognized they were in a zone there. Torrey flashed in the middle. Pass from Atterbury, good shot from Torrey.
Torrey has 7. 44-11. Carmi-White County cruising along here. Coming up on 90 seconds left here in the third period. Dane goes left, puts up the shot, blocked by Smith. 3-on-1 the other way. Smith leaves it for Atterbury, and she misses the bunny, gets her own rebound, and brings it back out to Smith. Over to Newell. Newell goes to Ryder. Over to Atterbury, back to Newell or Smith. She'll fire to three, misses everything with a big smile on her face.
And Carmine in transition. Curious to see what the stats are saying as far as what they're shooting from inside the paint. It's not great.
No. 44-11, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Morris.
Lady Eagle, number 11, Haven Gibbs, her first personal foul, team first.
a feeling we're going to see how deep the bench goes in the final stanza here. Smith on the right wing. Now Newell over to Atterbury. She'll step into a 18-footer, and this is everything. And the ball goes back to Eldorado. Morris brings it across the timeline. Goes left side to Dane. Deep three. Too hard. Rebound Atterbury. Lady Bulldogs into the front court. Smith left alone. Leaves it for Atterbury. 15-footer. In and out. Rebound Ryder. Got it. And Torrey has 9. 15 seconds to go here in the third. 46-11. Carmi cruising right along. Morris looks at the clock. 5 seconds left. Dane. 3. Dane puts it up at the buzzer off the front of the rim, and that's all she wrote. We played 3 here at Harrisburg. Your score, Carmi-White County 46, Eldorado 11. We'll be back for the final stanza in just a moment.
Big city services in a small town. That's Butch and Associates CPAs, providing superior client services to folks here at home and across the U.S. Taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, and audit services, plus full-service consulting. At Butch and Associates CPAs, it's your journey backed by our commitment. Visit butch.com to learn more or contact us today.
Family owned and operated for more than 70 years. Rush Appliance and Furniture stands the test of time. We have a large selection of in-stock furniture and appliances for every room in your home, grills and smokers, and an unmatched dedication to superior service. This is Sean Rush inviting you to visit me in Fairfield or my dad Terry in Carmi, where we can help you furnish every room in your house with superb service after the sale.
Cole Carter, Jason Craig with you, back for the final stanza for the evening here at Harrisburg High School. Lady Bulldogs leading Eldorado 46-11. Callie Miller and Bree Hale have entered the contest. Ella Newell fires a 3, wide left, rebound Taylor. Callie Miller will fire a 3, doesn't get everything. 3 Bulldogs go after it and nobody can save it.
Well, here's your glimpse of next year's squad, sophomores and juniors in there, and they'll probably ride this thing out for the final 7.5. I'd say the starters are done for the evening.
Malone leaves it for Morris, picked off by Atterbury. Now Newell swings it over to Hale. She'll fire an 18-footer, short. Rebound Atterbury puts it up. She's fouled. She'll shoot a pair. And the clock will run continuously as the lead is plus 30.
Is that what I thought? It was always 40. Maybe that's just football. So 30 points.
Yep. Atterbury's first freebie is a swish, and Eva has her first point of the night.
Personal foul, first. Eva Atterbury at the line, shooting 1 more.
Atterbury gets them both. Nope, they're going to call Atterbury for over the free throw line. Mark the bingo card. I know we got that one down. 47-11. Malone picked up by Miller. Now Morris goes inside to Dane. Dane can't go anywhere, throws it right at the official. Probably nothing personal.
The official's part of the field of play.
Newell goes left side to Miller, back to Newell. Miller looking around, back to Newell. Now Hale over to Atterbury. Around the horn it goes. Now Miller, she'll fire again. Missed. Rebound by Malone. Malone going left. Stops, almost fired it, but gives it to Dane. Dane inside the Freeborn. Back out to Malone. Now Dane. Malone stops, pops, short, rebound Newell. Bodies all tumbling around. And now Newell will bring it into the front court. Over to Miller. Now Hale on the wing, skips it over to Miller. Back up top to Newell. Over to Hale. Inside to Atterbury. Back out to Hale. Over to Newell. Now Miller goes inside to Taylor. Taylor back out. Carmi drive, draw, kick. Miller will try a three. Got it. And Callie Miller gets an expressway forward three. 50-11. 4.5 left in this one. Malone goes right, gets in the lane, switches to the left, missed it. Rebound by Miller. Miller airmails it out to Taylor, over to Newell. Now Hale, she'll fire, missed it. And bodies go tumbling down again. Jump ball, arrow points in favor of Eldorado.
Not the cleanest basketball here in the fourth quarter.
Quincy Acord.
Number 30, Sydney Stallings.
Addie Corson. Sydney Stallings. Annie Winkleman.
And number 20, Eddie.
And I believe Maggie Pierce. Couldn't remember her first name. And Winkleman comes away with a turnover. Corson will fire. Hits a three.
Eddie Corson, 4-3.
And the lead is pretty big, 53-11. Morris swings it over to Dane. Dane backs her way in. Can't get the shot. Gives it out to Malone. Now Freeborn. Keeps it in the front court. And we're going to have a timeout just to get the players in.
Checking in Lady Eagles, number 12, Jesse Yates, and number 15, Sophie Dunning.
Jesse Yates and Sophie Dunning enter the contest for Eldorado. Meanwhile, Malone goes left-handed layup, hits the bucket, and draws the foul.
Basket is good by Jalen Malone.
Again, for Eldorado, you're just looking for some positive things to happen in the second half. Good drive there by Malone.
Malone trying to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And does so. Her and Presley Morris both have team high 5 points each, 53-14. Winkleman to Acord, over to Stallings. Here's Corson, back to Stallings. Picked off by Malone. Malone takes a couple extra steps. They don't care. They give her the bucket.
A little lenient here in the fourth quarter.
53-16. Corson tries again. Comes up short. And ball comes, we're going to have a jump ball this time. And the arrow points in favor of Carmi.
Checking in Lady Eagles, number 2,
Brianna Grisham will enter the contest, and Morris's night is done. Stallings gets it in Acord. Acord gets in the lane. Scoop shot, but fouled. She'll shoot a pair. Nice aggressive move there by Quincy.
From Lady Eagles, number 12, Jesse Yates, her first personal foul. Number 2.
I'm not sure if we'll get to see it on the YouTube, but I am kind of curious to see how the shot clock impacts JV and freshman games this year, as they'll put it into play at those levels.
Yeah.
next year it's real.
Yeah, it's going to be good for them to have that year of practice, as Amy Winkleman got the rebound there.
Pierce misses, rebounded by Corson. Now Stallings will back it out. 45 seconds to go. Cord kicks it out. Corson tries again, misses everything. Rebounded there by Grisham. Now Malone into the front court. 53-16. Malone hits a triple.
Jalen Malone for three.
Malone with 10. 53-19. 20 seconds left here in the contest. Winkleman's first three on the way off the back iron. Rebound. Corson misses. Acord misses the offensive board. And another jump ball called. Arrow points in front of Eldorado. But I don't think they're going to get it in. And that is going to be all she wrote. Final score, Carmi White County wins 53-19. Lady Bulldogs will improve to 2-0 on the year. And Eldorado will fall to 0-2 on the season. We'll step aside. We come back. We'll have some unofficial stats and see if we can catch head coach Eric Dixon. You've been watching Lady Bulldog basketball on the WRUL Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
I'm Nancy J. Winter, CPA. We believe in family values, even in the world of finance, because every financial decision impacts your family. For all the milestones in your life, our team is here to maximize your savings, minimize your taxes, and help you plan for a prosperous future.
Visit Nancy J. Winter, CPA in Carmi for tax planning, saving for college, retirement planning, and the expertise to help get you where you want to be. Learn more at nancyjwintercpa.com or call 382-2364. Nancy J. Winter, CPA, where you're treated like family.
Hi Bulldog fans, this is Kyle Hosick, your local country financial representative serving all of White County with offices in Carmi and now Enfield. My business's core values focus on educating our current and future clients on current market trends while operating with the utmost integrity and providing a level of service excellence you won't find anywhere else. I want to wish all the athletes and coaches a safe and winning season. Come see me, Kyle Hosick, at one of our office locations and see why my team is different. Come experience more. Come experience excellence.
Hi, I'm Denton Weiss, inviting you to go to Jansen. Come see us at the dealership just west of town or visit gojansen.com. We've got an incredible selection of new and used vehicles waiting to take you on your next adventure. And a full team of sales consultants and service techs committed to taking care of you. Drop by soon, check us out online at gojansen.com and find out why more folks choose Jansen. Weekdays 8 to 6, Saturdays till 3.
Community matters to us at Jordan Funeral Group. That's why we're proud to support the Carmi White County Bulldog basketball team. Remember, both on and off the court, we're here for you every step of the way, because community is important. Call the Jordan Funeral Group at 382-5222 to learn more about Campbell Funeral Home and Cinderback Funeral Home. The Jordan Funeral Group, proud supporters of the Carmi White County Bulldogs.
At the First National Bank, we're proud to be a part of this community, serving you with dedication and a smile.
Our team is here to support you, offering financial solutions to meet your needs.
Whether saving for your future, financing your dreams, or managing your everyday banking, we're here to help.
Thank you for choosing the First National Bank.
And as proud supporters of our local teams,
we wish you the best of luck this season.
The First National Bank, your local bank supporting our local athletes. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Huck's Market is proud to support Bulldogs athletics for the 2025-26 school year. Head into Huck's to get your essentials, or better yet, use Huck's online ordering in the Huck's Bucks Big Rewards loyalty app to get your favorites delivered. Feed the family with their famous Cluck's fried chicken or delicious Godfather's pizza. And don't forget to wash it down with an ice cold Big Swig. Huck's, where it's always fresh, fast, and friendly.
Welcome to the post-game show. It's delivered courtesy of Roark Transport, hauling fuel, rock, grain, and more to help our community grow. Call 618-265-3665 for details. Lady Bulldogs take care of Eldorado by a score of 53-19. Carmi led at the half 46-11, and then pretty much took care of business and cruised all the way through the second half. A quick look at some individual scoring statistics. First for Carmi, they were paced by Addie Elliott, 16 points, 4 3-pointers, all points coming in the first half. Jaya Smith with 7, Caroline Simmons with 11, Nora Taylor added 1, Natalie Gomat with 2, Callie Miller with 3, Addie Corson with 3, Eva Atterbury with 1, and Tori Ryder with 9. For Eldorado, they were led by Jalen Malone with 10, 8 of those coming in the second half. And then Brooksy Fox with 3, Jada Dane with 1, and Presley Morris with 5. Joining me now is head coach Eric Dixon. And Eric, welcome to the new year. Impressive win the other night against Lawrenceville. Very good defensive showcase tonight against a younger Eldorado squad.
Yeah, the girls did a nice job moving their feet, switching on ball screens and communication. And, you know, they're all seniors out there, and they've been playing long enough. And I thought they did a great job. We've talked about that. You know, every situation is going to be a little different in the ball game, but you guys are seniors. You got to make the adjustments out there on the floor, and they did tonight. And, you know, I know Eldorado struggled a little bit, but you know, I thought defensively we still did the right thing, kept ourselves in good position. So.
Well, something I really picked up really quick there at the beginning of the contest, there you could see, even though a lot of these girls have had less than 5 practices perhaps, a lot of confidence going into the shots. Some of them are falling. Like last year, it seemed took a couple weeks for the shots to start falling. Here tonight, they were open, and they weren't just interior. They were perimeter, 15 feet and beyond, and that's got to be a good feeling, getting that feel, getting shots to go through the bucket early in the year.
Yeah, we went into Lawrenceville and had 6 practices, and then we practiced on Friday, so we're at 7 total practices for the year. You know, girls don't have a lot of repetition in practice, but they're just talented athletes. You know, I just really think they can be successful at no matter what kind of game we're going to play out here, they're going to be successful at. And we just talked about maturity, being seniors, and, you know, stressing the little things that, you know, seniors got to know. You've all been out here at least 3 years, so those are things we don't want to beat ourselves on, just minor mistakes, because they got the ability and, you know, the speed and athletic ability to guard. And so, yeah, they've shot the ball well here the last couple nights, you know, and they're capable of doing that every single night. So.
Well, one thing I'm kind of curious if you keep in the back of your head, obviously this is probably one of your longer stretches of ball games in a short amount of time. There's a difference in acclimation from playing on a volleyball court to coming to the hardwood here. The fatigue factor, is that going to be something that we'll have to keep a close eye on this week?
Yeah, you know, last year I thought in the Harrisburg game, you know, our legs kind of gave out. And generally when your legs give out, it shows a little bit on your defensive end. You know, went back to watch film from last year, and we got beat off some dribble drives that, you know, later in the year we weren't getting beat on. You know, getting off to a good start. You know, West Frankfurt's got a really nice player here in Lemons tomorrow night that Caroline will have her hands full guarding her. And, yeah, so being in shape, yeah, but the girls are very, you know, they're 3 sport athletes. A couple of them are 4 sport athletes, so they're used to, and athletic PE we have. So, you know, they're getting a little conditioning in that. So it'll definitely be a little bit of a factor, but, I mean, they're seniors. They should know how to handle it.
Last question I'm going to leave with you. I have to know how much of your coaching expertise came into this. Cole and I were sitting there, and, you know, people go through funks. When you played this sport enough, been around, you will do anything you can to find that rhythm or whatever. And if I say free throw, I think you know where I'm going to go. So how much of a hand did you have in that, or were you going to put that on the assistant coach's shoulders?
Well, I think Coach Simmons was working with her on her free throws the other day, and she was making a few. I guess it would be Jerry West style. I don't even know who used to shoot like that, but yeah, you know, she's going to get to the foul line and she's got to make her free throws. So She was 50% tonight, so it all works. But yeah, probably not how I would teach free throws, but we got to put them in however we can go. So.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Coach, we appreciate the time. We'll talk again soon. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, guys.
That's head coach Eric Dixon. And I'll be honest with you, Cole, I've been around with him. I've coached with him. I think he was getting really nervous when I started to bring that final question up of how I was going to go with it. But, in all seriousness, a great win for the Lady Bulldogs, a good start to the tournament. They show a lot of signs early on, which they showed these signs in my recollection towards week 2, week 3 last year. So I think they're a little ahead of the game this season.
Yeah, and I think, just having this core together for so long is going to play a big part of that. When you've played with the same 5 girls for, 90 games, whatever it is, a 3-year total, you're going to look pretty good come that 3rd year. And I think that's kind of the expectation for Coach Dixon and Coach Simmons. They expect this team to win a lot of games, and they'll find some things they got to improve on here and there. But I think we're going to see a lot of running clocks this year, and we're going to see a lot of wins from this Lady Bulldog team. I'm excited.
So again, Carmi wins tonight by a score of 53-19. They'll be back in action here tomorrow night against West Frankfort, who has taken the court. They will play Harrisburg here in about 10 minutes, and then the Bulldogs will have Harrisburg Wednesday. They'll take Thanksgiving and Friday off, and then they will finish out play on Saturday against Anna Jonesboro. We'll be back with the YouTube channel, I believe, with boys basketball next week.
Yeah, so we got boys are at Gallatin tomorrow. So as far as our broadcast for this week, we'll have the boys game at Gallatin tomorrow. Our friends at Bulldog Media will have the girls game on Wednesday against Harrisburg. But yeah, right. Next week gets into a full swing. I know girls are at home next Tuesday, and then boys have the Duke Coin tournament. So it's about to get really busy here.
So again, final score: Carmi-White County defeats Eldorado 53-19. For Cole Carter, I'm Jason Craig. We'll see you soon.